back at your house, you'll see that when I finish, that breaker will be right here and everything will be resolved. Alright, I got the breaker installed. That's where it goes. And then see, they had this plug plugged in there running into these two wires, which that means they never had heater. So this plug gets eliminated, then it gets plugged in with the plug. It comes with the heater right there, and then we tie in the wires, the power, one on each side of the breaker. Now that I did that, I know why they wired it that way, because they brought the wrong heater, because it doesn't plug in. It's got two male plugs instead of a male and a female. So when they installed it, they gave them the wrong heater and they just went ahead and did it anyway. But I'll still run the wire properly and hook it up through the breaker. Alright, since it was a male and male plug, I just cut them off and I just used wire nuts so that I can use, and then when I'm done they have heater and everything will be working, cooling and everything. So that's what would have been my plug to plug. I have that out of the way already. Okay, so now I'm going to wire the thermostat. This is the thermostat wire, and these are the thermostat cables from the unit. That's the next step. Alright, that was my first one. That was the plug to plug. That's my thermostat wire. I don't have the pump connected yet, because we're just going to test out the system. See, now I got the power going into the breaker, and we're going to test the unit and see what's going on. Alright, as you can see, in here, the blower's working. It's a new thermostat, and I got it wired so it feeds off the unit, so no more batteries. Now I'm going to put it on cool, and we're going to see outside and see if the unit outside comes on. The unit outside is running, so we're going to set up now to wash the coil. So we got the wiring out of the way. Okay, so like I said, the unit outside, so I'm going to set up to clean the coil. And see, and this is the way it should work now. See, I turn off the breaker and everything turns off, and I can work in here with no problem. That's how it should be. Alright, I'm getting ready to take the coil out. As you can see, I cut the lines out, and see how the water is just trickling out. Look how full the pan is. I'm trying to empty it out as much as I can. It's full of slime. Some people might think that they can stick something in really thin and unclog it, but they can't, because it's full of slime. You gotta like push the slime through the pipe. See, there it is. That'll never push with anything at all, unless you use your finger and push it from the back. But we'll get rid of all that once we once we have the coil out. There's another big goober coming out. See it? Alright, I guess I got enough out so I can carry the coil out. If I make a little mess, it's only water. Alright, here's the pan. There's all the slime. See all that slime build up? That's normal though. But it would be less. You see all that back there? It'd be less if they cleaned the filter. See, that's the coil. Look how dirty it is. We'll see how nice we leave it. Okay, here's the coil. All nice and clean. Somebody tried to clean it by hand, because you see how all those are squeezed, and like I can't do anything about that. Somebody tried to clean it by hand. There's the coil all nice and clean. There's the pan. All I gotta do is put it back together. Okay, I put the coil back in. I started the lines back up. Now I'm gonna wire the pump. They had it with wire nuts before. Now I'm gonna have these little clips that I can put underneath there, just like those are there. That way, when the pump needs to be changed, all we gotta do is turn off the breaker and be able to remove the pump and change the pump if we ever need to change the pump. Alright, I got it wired in. See how I have this one here, the other one on the other side, and then my ground right there. So now I can get rid of this long wire that they had coming as a ground for the pump. Alright, so now everything's neatly wired. Everything's wired. This is where my plug should have been, like at the beginning of the video. And this is my low voltage. And it's all set. I'm going to put the cover and then we're going to start it. And then make sure the pumps water out. And we should be fine, at least in here. Then we go check the pressures outside, see what's going on outside. Alright, I went to put water in the pump to see if it would pump out. And water started gushing out. So I'm going to see why it shouldn't gush out like that. The pump is cracked. How they cracked it, I don't know. I don't even see the piece here. Maybe it's inside. That's a big chunk right there. Alright. You need a pump. Let me see what time it is, see if I can go get one. There you go, brand new pump. There's the old pump. We're going to see if the pieces are inside. Yeah, there they are. Somebody hit it hard with something. That's multiple pieces. Alright, outside unit working good. We're going to put the cage back on it. But the electrical cover, electrical pull-out box is missing a cover.